What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. I had to continue. Had some more free time. It's time for some more Kingdom Awesome Sauce. My computer kept crashing before before I finished uploading, so I'm thinking about splitting up my video in parts, like I did previously a couple times. I'm going to be using the iPad today, but this time I'm going to be doing one page at a time, and we'll see how that goes first, so that way hopefully I don't miss anything. And then, but yeah, I'll try to upload from, what is it, 4:37 I did? From 4 to 4:47, and then however much I read here. Raw will be starting soon, so I'll try to get in as much chapter as, a couple chapters, you know. Hopefully, 448, 449, 450, something like that, man. I wanted to read some more Kingdom. To devise a strategy to upset the enemy and claim the battlefield initiative for themselves. Chapter 448, the battlefield stench. We're through. It's another ambush. Get down. Shindono, we should pull back for now. We're not going to break through here. In the face of Bate and Ryoto's skillful guerrilla warfare tactics, the Haishin unit found themselves struggling and unable to make any progress in pushing back the enemy lines. Heishan Kisui main army. I love the way that the mangaka does this. You know, I say this every single time, but I love how he positions everybody on the battlefield like a board, because it makes it easier for at least for me. It makes it much more easier for me to tell where everybody's at and where everybody is who they're confronting, whatnot. Like, that's what I always appreciated about the One Piece recaps. Like, you guys remember back in like Alabasta, Marineford, and his lobby and whatnot, how they in Dressrosa, like they would always show like the little mini bubbles up there and like who's doing what and where they are on the map. Like, I always appreciate stuff like that, man. It really helps. Furthermore, the vanguard of the Zhao's main army had advanced forward at such a speed that they were almost on top of the central hill. Zhao Central Army vanguard. Here we go, man. We, the main force, will not be climbing the hill just yet, you say? I see. It's because our army is at its most vulnerable when spreading out to occupy the hill. Waiting until the vanguard secures the area before safely moving in won't cost us too much extra time. That is certainly true, but the enemy is hardly in any position to be contesting us right now. This man is far more cautious than I had expected. I do not do this out of caution, but because I still have yet to smell Konki's stench from down below, bro. He has still yet to smell Konki's stench. This guy, man. Oh my god! Eyeballs are popping. Heads are being crushed. They're coming off. This is the guy from Konki's Berserker tribe. Man, bro. Look at this. Look at the damage. Look at the eyeballs. Look at the force. You know how much force you have to hit somebody with whenever they're wearing armor and their eyeball still pops out? And look at it over here. He bashed somebody's head in. By the holy gods. Come on, next page. This guy, man. Dude, look at this. You monster. You know, Raido-san, with Zeno's boys here, they're gonna steal the show away from us. Still, what made the boss decide to use Zeno so early into the battle? So our orders are to charge right into the fighting too? Yeah, that's right. The Zeno clan and the Raido-san have already engaged the enemy lines ahead of us. We gotta continue after them and join the fight too. In that case, we better hurry in. It's the hill, so that's the central hill. Wait, holy crap, it's huge. It's more like a mountain than a hill. Yeah, it's freaking big, alright. Which is exactly why it's real bad news. Us bandits used to operate in the mountains all the time, so we know when we know our shit when it comes down to these things. And I'm telling you, if something that big gets fortified into a stronghold, we ain't gonna be able to do shit to it. Which is why the boss has jumped into action right off the bat and sent out the Zeno clan, his trump card. He's doing everything he can to stop the Zhao from capturing that hill. Urgent report, Zhao Army HQ. The front lines of our right wing have collapsed. It appears the Qin forces have broken through. The lines have collapsed and they've broken through? The Qin are through, you say? Are you seriously telling me that they've broken through the 20,000 men stationed on our right wing? For the enemy to break through our defenses in this enclosed forest terrain must mean there was a considerable difference in strength between the two forces, meaning Konki, you already knew! He's here, baby! Most likely utilize his strongest group of soldiers, and his objective is to... Yo, they're coming, man. They're coming, the Berserkers and the army of Scarecrows. Keisha-sama, we've word from the Vanguard unit up front. Preparations for ascending the mountain are complete. Keisha-sama, I humbly advise that we stall the Vanguard's ascension for now. The Qin forces that have broken through our right side will surely be aiming to hit us on our vulnerable flank. If we were to be struck by them whilst moving up to the hill, we would take enormous losses. The Sao army begins its advance to the top of the central hill. Here comes that guy with the Elder Scrolls tattoo. Actually scared him to climb the hill. They've got some balls to do that. Zeno, we're going to advance to the right. We'll take a position at the base of the hill, then chew right through the soft bellies of those dumbasses. That is your job, dude. Look at this man's weapon. Completely filled with blood and guts of all these guys' heads. Their brains have been bashed in. Their heads have been bashed in. And you can already tell this isn't the first time this guy's not even... Look at his teeth. These guys are savages, man. I love them, dude. Director strength. Look at this guy with the... What the heck's going on? They have Modern Family in the background, so whenever Rock comes on, but... Over here... Let me see. And you see a whole bunch of stuff falls on him. The guy with the Elder Scrolls tattoo. Clunky. Looks like he's no slouch either, this Keisha guy. Come on. There he is. Yo. There's Bihei. Keisha and Bihei right in front of each other. Come on, on the next page. Yo, look at this. Look at this cover. Look at that volume cover. That's an amazing volume cover. Is that the volume cover for the... hold on. For the end of the coming of age ceremony arc? Because that looks amazing. Chapter 449, Spider's Tribe, and it has a clunky color page. These bewitching eyes that beguile the battlefield. This is an amazing color page, man. Really, really awesome sauce. Another report, General. The Qin forces that smashed through our right flank appear to be almost through our reserve forces as well. Kodai Dono says that at this rate, our army center is at risk of collapsing entirely. Keisha-sama. There's nothing more terrifying in a battle than to be enjoying what is believed to be an advantageous position, only to be awoken to the fact that the situation had long ago become a death trap without you having noticed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, you stupid backwater apes? Yeah, sure, I gotcha. I get that you're a bunch of morons that are about to become food for the crows! Looks like Gakue has engaged the enemy. Will he be alright? Most likely the Qin strike force won't be some run-of-the-mill unit. You're dang right they aren't going to be, man. These guys are powerful, boy. These guys are strong. It's Gakue will be fine. It's 10,000 times safer than that little gamble you pulled off earlier. Not to mention Keisha-sama himself is also taken to the field. The Qin soldiers down there are finished. It would appear that General Keisha is a much more formidable man than the rumors led me to believe. How do you intend to stop them? I do not go to stop anything, but to hunt. But the enemy is not in that direction. Just sit there quietly and wait, Kisui. And I shall let you hear the sound of one of Kanki's limbs being shattered. And Bihei's right there. He blocks. He's so strong. Come on, Bihei. I'm okay, more importantly. Run for it. Save yourselves. We're getting blanked by them too. You got nerves to try to ambush the Kanki army. Yo, and heads are coming off, man. Blades are going through brains. I mean, just straight up savagery out here, man. These guys are strong. Kanki soldiers are good themselves, but they're being taken out so easily. It's not just because of the ambush. These enemy soldiers are seriously hella strong. Keisha-sama. Keisha, wait, Keisha? Wasn't Keisha the name of the Zao commander in charge of the entire army this time? I'm telling you, bro, they remember Keisha, man. Impressive work, sir. It appears that these happen to be the enemy's second unit, too. What in the world is the enemy's big head honcho doing all the way out here? Sir, we've sighted numerous other enemy detachments further back. They're all headed this way. Crush every one of them. Do not let even a single man through. Come on, next page. We will completely... Look at his eyes. We will completely separate the enemy's head from any reinforcements. Separate the what? It's too late to pull your hand back now, Kanki. Keisha's movements took place in the following manner. To gain command of a force of crack troops, Keisha cut a path through the central hill itself and thrust himself headfirst into the dense forest. He then launched a flanking attack on Bihei and the others in the second unit, which had been advancing forward in order to reinforce Raido's group. With this strike, Keisha managed to intercept all of Raido's reinforcements, leaving them completely cut off from friendly forces. Furthermore, many other soldiers of the Zao right wing were also slowly advancing toward Raido's position. This, along with the dense nature of the forest they were fighting in, all served to isolate and entrap the Raido and Zeno units without them noticing the predicament they were in. Instinctual types. Riboku-sama would often compare Keisha-sama's tactics to that of a spider. To Shonen Jump Captain? He's comparing his tactics to that of Shonen Jump Captain? A spider? A spider that patiently lays out its nest in a web of invisible threads? Luring in foolish enemies who believe they have the upper hand only to become trapped and sucked dry, turning into lifeless husks. Shonen Jump Captain, ladies and gentlemen, and Kanki. Even he has carelessly placed his arm in Keisha-sama's nest. The whole spread, and as a result of that, Kanki is now on the verge of having his entire arm devoured on the very first day of battle. Just don't stop coming. Where the hell's our backup? Why aren't they here yet? No bloody idea. Horo and his boys went to check up on it, just in case they got lost in this forest. Raido-san, the rear, it's... Oh, it's Horo, he's back. No sign of any reinforcements behind us. Not a single sign. Wait a minute. So this entire time I've been calling this guy the guy with the, well, he is the guy with the Elder Scrolls tattoo, but so his actual name is Raido. I was tripping. I still want to call him the guy with the Elder Scrolls tattoo just because, you know, it is what it is. No sign of any reinforcements behind us. Not a single sign. And after we went back even further, we actually ended up running into the enemy instead. What do you mean? I'm saying that the path which the guys in the second should be coming up is filled with brooms of soldiers. So that's why these assholes are acting so cocky even after seeing the damage the Zeno clan are capable of. The Zeno clan. Yo, Zeno's a beast, bro. Zeno! This just might be the first time that the boss is falling for an enemy strategy so cleanly. Boss, seems there's something up at Raido's. Kanki's not smiling, he's not saying anything. Just as Raido predicted, this entire separation and entrapment predicament was something out of Kanki's calculations. Boss, it's fine, just watch. However, the truth was there was also one other thing that Keisha himself did not realize. And that was the fact that the Zeno and Raido units had possessed a crafty intellect, harking back from their days as leaders of mighty brigade gangs. Holy flagnards. Zeno, hear me out for a sec, I've got an idea. Yo, these chapters are flying, man. What time is it? The one thing that even Keisha had overlooked, the cunning intellect of former bandits, Zeno, that had been driven well and truly into a corner. Sound the flame hair. And that was a flute. Shriek! And they're blowing this flute. This one down here has 5 flutes in his mouth. That Zeno does. The warning of danger echoes across the battlefield. Bandit's pride. Yo, is that supposed to be like a? Yo, these guys are acting like savages. Is that their call to strike? What time is it? The flame hair whistle. It was a call that had come from their days as mountain bandits. Its piercing cry was a signal that had sounded many times in the past. Its meaning backs to the wall and completely surrounded. The call signified a situation so far gone that there was no longer any need for orders or signals. And once the Kanki soldiers heard this cry, every single one of them reverted back to their days as mountain bandits, immediately bolting for the hills like rabbits. Look at these guys, man. They're acting like savages. And this led to such a sorry sight, a pathetic spectacle that was so far removed from an orderly military retreat that even the Zao officer Gakue was momentarily struck speechless. You're damn. What the hell is this? We're an unsightly mess. We're completely obscene of discipline. Do you chin degenerates not even know how to form a rear guard when retreating? Truly you are apes, wild, brainless apes. This is so pathetic that I've actually taken a slight liking to you, Kanki. Onwards, men. Show them no mercy. Ride down these apes and trample them into the dirt. No. That just now was Raido and Zeno's flame air, boss. Yeah. Even if it's someone else's, it still ain't a fun thing to hear, huh? Brings back memories, doesn't it? Yo, these guys went through some stuff back in their day, man. Like, it's Conky the squad, bro. And right now, both of them are probably getting absolutely slaughtered from behind. But still, that's Raido for you, coming to that decision so quickly. Seeing as they sounded it off before they got fully surrounded, the two of them should be able to avoid getting wiped out, right? The Zalbashers probably think that they're just going to be easy pickings running away like that. Cuckoo. But what they don't realize is that at the end of the day, running for it like that, with every man for himself, actually results in the smallest number of casualties. Kanki knows warfare, man. He knows. It's as if he's been in so many of these battles in his lifetime. I just skipped a page. From their days spent skulking whilst evading capture from the armies of Qin, Kanki's men had long ago become experts in the art of running away. And out of all of the wealth of experience was born a strategy for escaping that boasted the highest survival rate of all, which was for every last person to scatter to the winds. It was, as Kanki said, every man for himself. And though this strategy meant that if anyone was caught, they would easily fall to enemy groups. For every man slain, many more would take the opportunity to flee even further. And most of all, it was their ruthless stride, ignoring even stomping over the bodies of their comrades, which resulted in a speed that made even Gakue's mounted pursuers scarcely able to believe their eyes. What is going on with those men? Even the horse can't catch up to them. Furthermore, there was one other benefit to this escape strategy. Sir, those two large men, the ones believed to be enemy officers, it seems we've lost sight of them. It can't be. Are you really telling me that the two enemy commanders managed to slip away from right in front of our noses? Or even chase them down and bring us their heads? Of course, we have men tracking them already, but if they had mounted a rear guard action, it would be a simple matter of chasing it down. But since the enemy is scattered all over the place with no semblance of order, the moment we lose sight of them, to be honest, we're not even sure the men are headed in the right direction. So no more pursuit teams. The two leaders must not be allowed to escape. He's shook now, bro. You were talking so much trash earlier, but you shook now. It's already gotten so late. Damn, sun is about to set. Elder Scrolls Raido, man, that's his name. I wonder how many of our men we lost today. Hell if I know. Raido! Oh, it's Zeno. And he's got a whole lot of his clan with him, too. So you've come here, too, huh? Yes. Come on, next page. It looks like we are both thinking the same thing, Raido. Yes. Yo, somebody just got their head blasted off. What the heck just happened? Everybody shook. Everything's on fire! Did they plan that? What a shame. Everything they were setting up is going up in flames. Dude, these guys. Now that's what I call a nice bonfire. These guys are savages. This is an amazing double-page spread, too. Remember this well, you Zao pieces of shit. When it comes to the ex-bandits of the Konki army, it doesn't matter how badly we get our asses kicked. We never go back empty-handed, bro. This is hype. Damn right. Dog. I still have time. Let's go, baby. Head swimming with tactics and thoughts of the day's battle as they sit in the quiet darkness of the battlefield's night. There's no better time for the Zao to attack us than tonight, since we're still unaccustomed to this area. Which is why you can be sure the Zao forces will be launching a night raid against us tonight. Men posted in the outer ring, be ready to fight at any time. Also double the number of lookouts. Those of you patrolling the bushes, don't forget to report back at regular intervals. Now get to your positions before the clouds hide the moon. This is the first time we've camped so close to the enemy in such a thick forest. Yeah, if the enemy put out their torches, who knows how close they could get to us before we even notice. You're really gonna hit us tonight? Kariu-ten said it herself, no doubt about it. It's fine, we've got people covering us from every angle. We need to get a good night's sleep so that we're fit for tomorrow's battle. Shintono. Ah, Sosui, that was fast. You're done setting up the east? Yes, sir. The west should almost be done too. More than that, I heard that Kyokai Dono still has not returned. Is that true? She's still taking care of that village, man. Yeah, she disappeared into the forest to scout for us, and we haven't heard from her since. With Kyokai Dono breaking off to scout ahead and us doubling back to reclaim the hill, a sizable gap was created. If the Zao armies have pushed their way into that gap, then I fear that Kyokai might be stuck behind enemy lines right now. The fact that she's still not back probably means that that's the case. Kyokai Dono only has a dozen riders with her. Hopefully she won't be captured by the enemy, but she's not the sort to screw up like that. What I'm worried about is Wait, I just read that backwards. I just read that backwards. She's not the type of girl that what I'm worried about is the fact that she's not. Yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I read it. I realized I read it backwards. Screw it. We're here live in action. Kingdom greatness. Shindo, an envoy from General Konki has arrived. I'll be right over. Crap, the moon's going under. He was out of fire. You're stupid. You're too loud. Hold me up for a second. Kyokai, can you guys see it? Down here. That's the Haishin unit. The Zao forces are here, and this is us. We should be around this area. Looks like we're completely cut off from the rest, alright? No wonder every time we tried to go back, we kept running into more and more Zao soldiers. Hang on, why is the main unit so far back away? We should return to the main force immediately, Kyokai. With things like this, there's no longer any need for scouting. But the question is how? The Zao should be setting up a tight watch each night, given that our only choice is to circle around to avoid the Zao positions. How are we going to make such a long trip when we can't even light a fire? You can't even tell the direction that you're going in this darkness. We won't be circling around. Sonjin is right. We have to return by tomorrow so that I can lead the men in battle. But right now we're in a position behind the enemy's rear. Before that, there is something I have to do, which doesn't come about easily, and that is an opportunity. Come on. Aishin unit campgrounds. Yo, man, Kyokai is gonna be in there like swimwear, bro. I think I have a feeling I was. No, I read that backwards, and that is an opportunity which doesn't come about easy. So she is about to pop up at night behind them? Is that what I'm getting at here? That has to be what she's getting. She's pointing down that she has to be saying this, that she's about to go in there like swimmer right now on some Hoken stuff. To make up for your blunder on the first day, you are to be executed by beheading. Wait, now hang on. No matter what happens. What Wright does, he does. The boss is the supreme commander of this army. However, the boss knows that cutting your head off will only lead to the situation here worsening even more, which is why the boss has decided to grant you a special reprieve, and will let you off with just your right arm instead. Wait, stop! Even that still. Guess it can't be helped. Yo, Shin, is around here okay? Bro, Shin is about to cut off this man's arm for real. The other thing you're doing, Shin, no, shut it! Like a little bitch over just the first day. Only thing that matters in war is whoever wins at the very end, right? Facts! Why is this guy acting like he's right and like he's in the right? He's got you there, Bane. Looks like these guys are gonna fall for your threats or bluffs. No, I actually did come here for his right arm. So sweet, go dig us a hole, will ya? We'll bury this guy and pretend he never came. This guy, listen up, messenger boy, go pass this to General Konki. We the Haishin unit. Yo, this is a beast panel, bro. This is a GOAT panel. We the Haishin unit know better than anyone out there just how badly we screwed up today and how dire the consequences are. But from the second day onwards, you have our word that the Haishin unit will destroy any enemy that stands before us and be the ones to create a chance to upset the entire battlefield. And in the end, I'll personally slay the enemy commander, Keisha, and lead the Battle of Kokyo into a decisive chin victory, man. He's calling out his shots right now, like freaking Muhammad Ali, man. Bane, tell the boss that I, Naki, will be the one, will pay the toll for the arm. Seeing as how I was attached here, I'm also partly responsible for what happened. Let the captain off with just a stern talking to. No, man, these guys, man, you have to respect their code of honor, man. You truly do. But going from what happened today, it doesn't look like our opponent will be an easy target to deal with, you know? There's nothing to worry about regarding that. After spending an entire day being toyed around by them, I've got a pretty good grasp of how things do not work now. What tactics work and which ones don't in this sort of terrain. It's been quite the learning experience. I am willing to put my own neck on the line and say that tomorrow we will break through the enemy's lines and push all the way into where their central hill lies. We can only hope. 15 minutes later, just as Ten had predicted, they were attacked. Since it seems like they've got this under control. So long as we know they're coming, it's not hard to deal with. What's bugging me is the fact that Kyokai still hasn't returned. Same here. Dense forests and nighttime to Kyokai, these are basically the best possible conditions to ask for. Yeah, and knowing her, she'll try to take advantage of this and pull something reckless. Flag darts, man! The comeback starts tomorrow. Hurry up and get back, Kyokai. There's Kyokai. Yo, they're gonna strike, bro. They're gonna strike. No way this can be done. So this camp, there's no openings. And this is only the rear too. Yo, she's about to go in some freaking big boss. You know in Metal Gear Solid 5, man, whenever there was that long village, there was so many lights everywhere. Kyokai's about to go big boss status, or Venom Snake status, whatever. Go right down in there, and she's gonna sneak around through, man. She's gonna sneak around through like Big Boss, yo. I'm hyped. This is about to be a flippin'... Unless just go all out and just go in. But it would be actually pretty nice if they decided to use stealth and go in there, freaking Venom Snake status, and just start taking out dudes, man. That'd be sick. Call it off, Kyokai. I don't understand. I do not underestimate your abilities, but this is just too much to deal with. To sneak into that and assassinate the enemy leader, then escape alive is nigh impossible. Don't tell that to Big Boss. You guys hold position here. But the moment you hear any uproar, get away as fast as you can. Kyokai! I told you it's too dangerous. The men back in the Haishin unit and the captain himself, none of them would want you to risk yourself like this. For what reason do you insist on being so reckless? Having become 3,000 men commander, even I would start to think about how many lives of our men we must give up in exchange for a single enemy commander. And now a commander of tens of thousands of Zhao soldiers is in front of me. I chanced to pick him off without sacrificing even one of our men. That's right. I suppose I do reckless things like this because it's for the high shit unit! Yo! It's true that this is difficult, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. After all, I am from a clan that is supposed to be famous for doing just this for 1,000 years! Dude, this is peace! Here I come, officers of Zhao. I was gonna stop reading, but nope, ain't no stopping me. No, screw it, man. I still have time. Damn it, man. Go back to Kyokai, yo. That was amazing! Dude, that has to be top 3 Kyokai moments, bro. Easy. That was lit! That was fire! Let me reset. That was fire, bro. That was straight up godly, man. Like, that just reassures why Kyokai's my favorite character, bro. Like, that's peace! Like, you know, you have to understand where she's coming from and what she's stating. She's basically stating that, you know, I have to go in there and just sacrifice myself in order for none of my guys to die. You know how many people would give their lives for this? You know what I'm saying? Like, none of my guys have to die, and I just have to go in there, sneak in there on some freaking big boss stuff, and take out the enemy commander and come back? My clan was made for this for 1,000 years. We were known for this, baby. I'm doing it for the Haishin unit. Let's go, man. Kingdom greatness, baby. God, yo. In predictable formation, not a single person capable of piercing through these fortified depths. Your shift's up. You already know that guy's about to get wrecked by Kyokai, bro. I have a feeling. Who is it? Praying to idols? Oh my god, yo, Kyokai! That's a rare hobby, especially for a leader of armies. You laugh at me? What right do you have to mock me? That wasn't my intention. I am simply here to take your life, Officer of Zhao. Bro, what is this battle? This battle is godly. I'm simply to take your life, Officer of Zhao. Bro, the way that she just snuck up on him. Oh my god, bro, this is too much. Are you some sort of ghost? Hard to believe that someone actually managed to sneak their way through my formation and make their way onto my tent, and for it to be a woman too. Yet here I am. True, but just now the silhouette cast by the torches made you appear to be something inhuman. It's true, it's because you rely on those wooden dolls so much that you are led to see things in such a strange light. These are not something I rely on, but rather a source of courage. I ask you, woman, is there something in this world that you would give up your life to protect? Yo, don't make your answer that, bro. You already know what she would say. I guess not. I once lost the only thing that mattered to me. But now something else. Now I found something else worth protecting. I see that's enough. Dude, this is about to be insane. Apologies for interrupting your mission, Lieutenant of the Haishin Unit Kyokai. I remember those rumors of a female officer with inhuman swordsmanship skills. I took our little chat as a chance to sort out my thoughts. But for you to brave such a risky plan yourself, I suppose that just shows how determined you are. You have my respect. But I too have a reason why I cannot let myself fail here. Oh my god. I cannot allow you Chin to reach what lies past Kokyo. What lies past Kokyo? You know, they're going in. That came from real to alert the man down below. We're heading up there. Yo, they're gonna clash! Kyokai jumps. A wire? Oh snap! I just noticed that! And it caught her neck! And Kyokai! She got hit! No, she turns around. The breath! The breath! The breath! He got hit too! He got hit too! Yo, she did that in midair! Falls into the depths of Kokuyo? Wait! No, did Kyokai just get sent all the way? No, Kyokai got sent! Freaking hell! Oto-sama, are you alright? He's bleeding. Oh, I apologize, guys. I apologize. That was one of the Haishin unit's officers. She should still be alive. Bring her back alive if possible. Yo, man, what the heck just happened? She managed to steal one of his things! This way, don't spread out too much. Don't let even a mouse through. She stole one of his things. Damn it, bro. The sight of this back speaks of a man who never stops believing in his friends and comrades, yo. Freaking... No. Shin, I love you, man, but I gotta go back to Kyokai, bro. Bro, hold on. Let me go back. Look at this. Spread out too much. Don't even let a mouse through, man. Freaking hell, bro. She fell. But she managed to take one of his things. Love you, Shin, man, but we gotta go back on the Kyokai greatness. You need to get back to that command tent. Is Kyokai back? And last night, some other guy from Konki's HQ has shown up. Gentlemen advisors to the Konki Army at your service. A pleasure to meet you once again. What the hell are you doing here this late? Don't tell me you came here to bitch more about what happened yesterday. Not at all, I assure you. I am hardly one to waste my time on such nonsense. I am here to inform you of the strategy for the second day of battle. The strategy for today's battle? I must say, are you people so uncouth that you don't even know how to provide a guess with tea? Cardio 10? Hey, like you guys were any better. Here you go, your cup of cold tea. Cold tea. Cold tea. I was hoping for some freshly brewed tea, but very well then. I said this is quite good. What leaves are these? Can you just get on with it already? My apologies. Well then, as I was saying, our objective for today, the second day of battle, is to begin our attempt to capture the Central Hill in earnest. Taking the Central Hill? Exactly so. As it happens, we just finished analyzing the reports from the scouts we sent out yesterday. And the conclusion that those findings led us to is that whoever gains control of the Central Hill has a 90% chance of winning the Battle of Kokuyo. Hence, on the second day, we can expect the center armies of both sides to begin their advance up to the Central Hill. They're both going to climb it? Then doesn't that mean quite? The two forces will clash at some point on the hill. This will unfold into a pitched battle that will decide who holds the hill itself. And you know the top tier is going to be there, bro. You know it's going to be a battle of savagery. And due to the varied terrain of the landscape, we can expect this to be a rather complicated engagement. However, the key to this struggle taking place on the hill will actually be you, the left and right armies on the flat grounds. Our men on the hill will be occupied with pushing back the enemy's line. Should the Zhao left wing be allowed to divert troops around to pincer them from behind, they will take disastrous losses. Honestly, they'll be wiped out completely. That applies to the Zhao as well. If you and the Raito unit on the left are able to force back your respective enemies and then launch an assault on the unguarded Zhao rear, I am sure it will prove to be a decisive blow to the Zhao forces. That is to say, this is strongly related to whether or not we will emerge victorious over Kokuyo. So basically you're saying our job is still the same as before. Push back the enemy's line as far back as we can. That is correct. That is the reason why I personally journeyed here to relay this information to you. Such is how crucial your performance will be from this day onwards. The opponent is extremely formidable, is what Naki said to us in his report. Nonetheless, you will be expected to deal with any issues by yourself. Last night you declared that you would push all the way into Zhao territory until you reached the Central Hill itself. But now that is the absolute minimum of the tasks you are expected to accomplish. One last thing. This man said that is the absolute minimum of tasks. That is the if there's one thing you need to do, it's that right there. Like that should be like your first checkpoint. Like, you know, when you're playing a Call of Duty or something, you know, like you have that first checkpoint, man, and it goes to the next checkpoint. That's your first checkpoint. That was your goal? Nah, bro, that's only the first checkpoint. You know what I mean? One last thing. The boss bade me to pass on to you. Have you perhaps heard of the Konki Army's Saki clan? A most vulgar gathering. They enjoy nothing more than visiting unspeakable agony to their victims before they are granted the peace of death. That doesn't surprise me. Screw up your duties today and the Saki clan will be showing up on your doorstep, is what he said. I believe so. Do try to... This guy Konki, bro. I shall take my leave. Would it kill you kill that guy to say something without all the threats as well? That ex-bandit general? Even if he didn't say that, we still have done the same things, dumbass. For real. Chill out, bro. The second day of battle begins. Force them back. Denyu and Ryusen have routed their opponents. They're pushing in even further. The Hihyo have also seemed to have cleared out the two forests ahead. So fast. Alright, onwards, men. We're moving forward, too. It's day and night compared to yesterday. We're winning everywhere. Looks like you really did figure out their tactics from our mistakes yesterday. No, that's not it. It feels as if the Zao commander today is easier than yesterday. Lieutenant Osui succeeded, too. Oh, no, there's something going on. At the forefront, Shin. Alright, we're out of the forest. Cardio 10, the captain. HQ needs you at the front immediately. Shin said that? Let's go. The whole page spread. So this was his real objective. Coo. It said that holding a position on a riverbank is 10 times as strong as compared to normal. It appears that this will be as far as you go, High Shin unit. Those bastards. Freaking hell. Screw it. Just come back, you're gonna drown. Wait, there's actually ground under this. We might be able to cross here. Should we actually we actually entered the range. Get back. Should know the men have probed the river, but they didn't find anything useful. Damn it. Now what, Ten? There's no bridge and we don't have any boats either. The standoff that will decide the fate of the Haishin unit. Look at that, bro. They have them all right there. Just like look at their formation. It legit looks like an impenetrable fortress. But it's just on a riverbank. Like, foul, holy flagnards. You want to look over the river from the one side to the other to another? So Yen-san, could you note down the reports from the men in the river on the map there? Try to be as detailed as you can. Of course. 10, this isn't the time to be doing that sort of thing. I brought the man you asked for, Cardio 10. There's no one in the unit who knows more about rivers than him. Infantryman Kiho from the Kyo village reporting in. My family has fished the Daikyo River for generations. We know more about rivers than even the fish that swim in them do. Really now. Good to hear. Come with me, Kiyo-sama. I want your opinion on a few things. That was a funny line. He knows more about rivers than the fish themselves. So that's pretty hype, though. I can't lie. That's like when you have that kind of title on you, man. You know you're legit. Hang on a second, 10. Don't you get the situation we're in? We don't have time for this. I know already. That's what I'm trying to think. That's what I'm trying to think up a plan for us. So that's how dire the situation is. And I know that we don't have much time available and that we have to push our way to the central hill by the day's end. Not only is both our heads on the line, it will also greatly impact the battlefield as a whole. We cannot allow any more failures today. But to break through a river that's been fortified this strongly when we don't even have any boats is impossible if we don't have some sort of special plan. And that's what you're going to look for right now? That's right. Right now, everything comes down to the strategist. Just put your trust in me and wait, Shin. Alright, but try to get it done fast, 10. I won't be gone long. I thought that, we have to trust in 10, man. That's our strategist, bro. She's gotten us through so many situations. She's gotten us out of so many of those situations that we ran, man. Like, you have to believe in 10, man. Believe in 10 2017. I thought they'd brilliantly charge us, but it doesn't look like they're doing that. Coo. Surely they're not that stupid. Probably trying to think up some opening tactics to use against us. It's useless, there's nothing. Move the line down and set up along the riverbank. That's the plan Ryoto gave me since he's stuck in his tent with his injuries. There's nothing that could possibly break through his formation. It doesn't matter if it's 10 days or even an entire year. As long as we stand here, there's no way they can take this bank from us. Ted's looking over. The horse. They're riding on horses. It's no good, ma'am. What's no good? Don't tell me she still hasn't come back. She came back ages ago, but told me to wait outside until she could think of something. Are you serious? Man, 10 is shook. She doesn't know what to do. It's no use no matter what I try. There's nothing that works, and that's because of this situation. A clash at a river where the opposite bank has been secured by the enemy is the most difficult to tackle out of all the field battles. There are only two tools that may grant you the means to take the shore, the bridge and the boat. Should you find yourself with neither in hand, we're getting a flashback of whenever she was taking a class, then you could be considered to be well and truly powerless to achieve anything. Which basically means we don't have anything that can be used to open the battle. Normally in this situation we'd have no choice but to switch to a long-term battle, but we don't have the time to make a bridge or build boats either. Even since they said this is a hopeless situation, we have no way to cross this damn river. If it was him, he would never give up. Dude, I love scenes like this, bro. Like when it comes to Kyokai, when it comes to Ten, and they just think of Shin, man, his back that bears so much. They're like, yo, it gives them strength, man. The high Shin unit. Let's go. If it wasn't, he would never give up. You're damn right he wouldn't. I can't give up. If it was Shin, no matter how bad the situation, he would never give up, bro. No matter what sort of wall stands in their way, Shin and the men would charge right into it without hesitation, and they would definitely overcome it, even if this is a situation that even Shohei-kun himself deemed to be hopeless. Crap. Load the next page. Load the next page. Yo, look at Ten. Ten's over here, man. She's going in. As a strategist of the High Shin unit, it is my job to carve out a path. Hey, look at this. Look at that. The sun's right over our heads now. I'm gonna check on her. Even if we ain't got a plan, we need something before it's too. Come on, load the page, please, please, for the love of God, please load the page. There it is. And 10 came out wearing the legendary gear. Well, don't scream like that. 10, I was just about to call for you guys. So, you got a plan for us? Come on. No matter how many simulations ran through, trying to take this river without a bridge or boats is simply impossible. But obviously, we don't have the time to make any boats either. Then does that mean that's our only option is to go with the bridge? We will hereby begin operations to take the enemy bank by constructing a bridge, Haishin unit style. Haishin unit style bridge? Looks like you've cooked up another crazy idea. Yo, Shin believes in her, man. This will be harder than usual. Now that's what I call the Haishin unit strategist. We've used up a fair amount of time already. You have to summon Ensan here immediately. Ensan? Yes, the person that will be the key to this battle is none other than Ensan himself. Freaking hell, that's it for me, bro. That's it. Damn it. Chapter 455, guys. Chapter 455. Man, I'll be back as soon as possible, bro.